Hey there guys, EctoMaster here once again, and I am doing another game contained. Yes, that's right, I'm doing another game, or a review of a game. This one is a rather old one, and I found it on Steam, of all places. And I thought, hey, why the heck not? I'm a Ghostbusters fan, and my name is EctoMaster, and this game is just like a combination of the two. It is known as Ghostmaster. Now this game came out in 2002. It was released by a company known as Sick Puppies, and the basic premise of it is it's kind of like a Sims version of Ghost, but not. it basically, there's this whole, you have ghosts that you have at your disposal. I played this game when it came out back in 2002, and it was actually a fun game, although it kind of left you wanting. It gets to the end, and that's it. There was nothing extra. But I heard it was on Steam, so I was like, hey, why not? I'll give it a shot again. It's been a while. But let me take a look into, well, as I was saying, this game is all about, you basically go from, you have story missions, and you go from place to place to place, and you try to accomplish the challenges that you have. I was looking for the word your objectives. There we go. Your objectives that you have to do in order to succeed on that level. Now, this game it's old. it's old. For me to even get it to look like this, how it is right now, that took quite a bit. So I'm just going to show you. There's obviously, exit goes back to the desktop. You've got the credits, the options, and I've already played around a little bit with the options. There's game options, tutorial, show tooltips for powers, auto move cursor, controls, camera keys, things like that, audio, which I've already messed with, the display, which I was finally able to get it at this setting, and alright. And then of course, you have load game, new game, and continue game. But I started one, but it was just for testing purposes. Let's go ahead and start. Ravenville. Ominous looking place.
Is there anybody there? What is your name, spirit?
Let's see, we're gonna go E, C, T, O, M, A, S, T, E, R. Rather interesting intro. It's a monkey. And he went into the TV. Okay. It's a big spider. Alright, so as you can see, something rather lighthearted and fun. I like that. Lighthearted and fun can be fun. Alright. But basically, you saw what the whole premise of the game is. You are a ghost
The
master.
following haunters have been assigned to you. Treat them well.
Alright, so there you go. Act 1. That's everything that you get right out of Act 1. And we'll play some of these missions, and hey, if more and more, if people are liking that, may do more and more. But so basically, when you first start out, you have the Ghoul Room, which is where all your ghosts are at, and then you have Haunting 101, which is an intro basically to the game. Now, the one thing I'm going to, as I was trying to say, is as you saw in the little intro there, I don't know what's going on with the graphics here. It kind of looks weird. Anyways, probably because whatever. Anyways, as you saw in the intro, your whole purpose is you have ghosts, and you're going to take those ghosts and scare the bejesus out of everybody. And then once you do that, then you win, and then you move on to the next, stage, and do it again, and move on to the next stage. Now, what's interesting to note is that a lot of the levels and a lot of the characters poke fun at a lot of horror and ghost related movies and TV shows and that and the like. And so you're going to see a lot of references in this, and it's all tongue in cheek. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, Haunting 101.
You are ready for your field training, young Ghostmaster. We are taking you to the Kappa Lambda sorority house in Gravenville University. Only a small number of sorority girls are in residence at the moment, but scaring them all away should be a sufficient test of your abilities.
Alright. So, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types of ghosts. You have sprites, disturbances, elementals, vapors, frighteners, and horrors. Now, to start with, I have one gremlin, one horde. That's Cogjammer and Clatterclaws. I have one disturbance and one poltergeist. And then the others are fetches, sandmen, and mains. Then elementals, you have air, earth, fire, water, and I have one of each except for fire and water. I don't have any vapors, which are apparitions, banshees, thunder spirits, and wendigos. Frighteners, you have phantoms, wights, I guess that's how it's spelled, tricksters and shadows, and then horrors, you have specters, wraiths, and headless horsemen. And obviously there's only one under the headless horseman. Now, you can choose whichever ones you would like. For example, you could go with Boo, and then Cogjammer and Clatterclaws, and maybe an Elemental, or a Phantom, or you can just click on this button, which is Recommend, which gives you Cogjammer, Clatterclaws, Boo, and Shivers, and we're just going to go with that.
Drive the Kappa Lambda girls from their sorority house.
Alright, so here you go, you have the basics of the house. And here are where you can select your ghost. And then of course you have your turn of view, or you can do that with right mouse. Now they're speaking like Simlish, which is interesting to note. Camera is really kind of hard to play with. Alright. Now, up top here you have what is known as, I think it's ectoplasm or plasm or something like that. It's what you use to do. Now, it's what you use to scare. And the more you scare, the more that they have, the more ghosts you can put out, the more abilities they can do, that kind of thing. So, we're going to start with Cogjammer, and Cogjammer binds or fetters. He fetters, so he binds to electrical systems. So you're going to put him right onto the TV. Now, when you click on him, you have your powers. You can even do point of view, which is kind of cool. Let's have him make the TV go wild and crazy. Now you have 4 things that it'll go. It's plasm. That's what it's called. Plasm. So ectoplasm, basically. Now they will actually cycle through all of the abilities. Now, of course, you have view, go to, bind, orders, POV, epitaph, and bench. The bench is obvious. You put them onto the bench. Alright, so now I've gotten 24 more points. Now, what I can do is I can bench them from there, and then bind them to that. And I may...
Dreaded dust! I used to command the storms, dearie, but since I went and got myself sucked into this electric broomstick, all I can manage is this infernal sneezing. It'd be a different matter if I got free, mind you. I'd whip up a storm to wake the dead.
Alright, so that's just an example of one of the other ghosts you will encounter, and that is a ghost that is bound to an item. As you can see, she's got like a chain connecting to the vacuum cleaner. So, if you can break her free of it, she will actually turn around and you can then use her because she will be available to you. So let's put in another ghost here. We'll put in the spider. Oh, somebody got electrocuted. Alright, so he can do Swarm Strike, Hide and Seek, Creepers, and Scattered Swarm. So we're going to start with the Swarm Strike.
Okay, dearie. I'm on your team now. Let's blow this joint!
Alright, so there you saw. I used Cog Jammer to make all the appliances go wild and crazy. And what happened? I broke Weather Witch free, and I can now use her. Now, she can either be bound... She's only bound through Thoroughfare. So, for example, right in here. And as you can see, my plasma's going up and up. The more I have, up. And here you can see, we have our first quote-unquote victim. She is fleeing the house. We won't do Siren Song. Siren Song kind of brings up to the... So we have Shivers here. He binds to things that are emotional because he's kind of a emotional guy, being all dead and whatnot. And then we have Boo, who can be applied to anywhere that's on the inside. Now we're going to put him in here. Things go crazy. Alright, there we go. So, you have over here on the left, or on the right, I'm sorry, all the humans that are in the area. And as you see the red, the terror, the more terrified they are, the more likely they are to leave. Let's see. Let's put Boo down here instead. Huh? Putting the spider. Seeing as the ladies are hiding down here. Yep. It looks like we have another one that's ready to flee. Yep, there we go. So that's all there is to this game. Is your whole purpose is to freak them out and get them out. Alright, so we'll do this. Now we have shivers up and going. So obviously the more plasm you have, the more you can do. Alright, I've got three down, 3 out of 7 to go. Four out of 7, 5 out of 7. Six out of 7.
Oh, we'll find more today.
See if we can't get them to come back. Up. And there it is. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to bench everybody. Because at this point, everybody is fleeing, has left. And there you go. That is the entire game. That is all you do in the game. Now, there are different objectives depending on some of the... And then you get scores at the end. And those scores you will actually use here at the Ghoul Room to upgrade your beast.
You may spend your gold plasm to teach your haunters new powers. To do so, click upon a ghost, then select their Powers menu.
See?
Clicking on a blank power slot displays powers that may be taught. A ghost may learn 1 power per empty slot.
Alright, so let's see what we can do with... Here, we'll have them cut the lights. Maybe, and then blow a fuse. And then that's it. That's all you can do, because then it gets a little more expensive. I keep on hitting escape to get out of that. And then as you can see, there's different ghosts. There's, you know, Ghastly, who's attached to violence. And then even in the basement, there's even more. And then up top, there's ghosts that'll go outside as well. Alright, so let's get back to it. Let's do one more. We'll do one more. Well, we have the Calamityville Horror, or Weird Seance. And if you can name the 2 movies that those are named after, I'll give you a thumbs up or something. We'll do Calamityville. It even looks like it. I love it.
A sweet little old lady used to dwell within these walls, but her mind was fading, and her sanity fleeting. She loved receiving visitors, and hated to see them go. So she administered arsenic in their tea, and made certain they would stay a while. Stay forever! The house itself has become unsettled by these events, and although it is not truly sentient, we still have a duty to protect the interests of the unseen world. Let the events that have until now been hidden become known to the mortals. Reveal the corpses to them, and your goal shall be fulfilled. But beware, for one cadaver may not suffice to convince the skeptical police that something sinister is afoot.
So at this point you can have 5 ghosts that you can call out. Of course, you only have so many that you have to begin with. Now you can do the recommend, which is nice. And I think that's what we'll do here. We'll do these as recommended, and we'll go on haunt.
Reveal the hidden corpses to the mortals.
So, you have 3 corpses that have to be exposed. There's one for this guy here. Yeah, static.
So, I'm up on this roof, fixing the shoddy coax antenna, thinking a coat hanger would do better, when I start feeling queasy. I'm thinking maybe the little old lady used non-dairy creamer in the tea, when my gut explodes. I made a grab for the chimney, but I guess I lunged too far, because now I'm stuck in it. Give me a hand, would you?
Alright, so he's stuck in the chimney. That's one of them. And then there's this chick here, Maxine.
Hello, sir. Or madam, or, well, whatever you are. Can I interest you in our range of facial care products? Our hydrating night silk works in conjunction with our non-foaming, revitalizing face wash and our botanical moisture splash. May I spritz you with our fragrance? If we could just arrange to demonstrate our products on one of the ladies of the house, I'm sure we can reach some amicable arrangement regarding the purchase of our fine range of perfumery and cosmetic enhancement solutions.
Okay, so to get her corpse discovered, it's best to get a female to go up there and find it.
Oh, with fun work day.
And then there's this guy down here.
She seemed like such a sweet old dear, making me tea and all when I came to fix the boiler. Next thing I know, I'm a dead man, and she's bricked me up. I reckon I could escape into a mortal's body if someone would just get close enough.
So, you have 3 separate objectives, as well as the main objective, which is for the humans to find the bodies to begin with. Like I said, I used to play this game. I kind of remember some of it. So we're going to bind Stonewall right here. And what Stonewall is going to do, we're going to set him to cause a tremor. That's going to free up those bones, which is great. Now we're just going to bench him. Now, we're going to take, let's see, Ghastly, attach him to that, and have him make it cold. Now, one thing that's interesting, you can have ghosts do a certain thing. You can have him pick on a mortal, like Diane Hutz, and pick on a type, females, and only use the power at your current power band, which is going to be Intrigue. Who we're gonna put in here, we're just gonna bind right there so that we can get some fear up in here. Alright, we're trying to, there we go. Stonewall. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We can make him do another tremor. Oh no. Oh no! It's Smokey in the house! Let's see, can he do tremor? So, yep, easy.
That is fine, Mother Tay.
Oh no!
18 nice attack. That is fine, Mother Tay. If I run it down. Go, Steve! Good work, Tay. Trust his back.
Now what's interesting about poltergeists, you can only attach them to children. So you just gotta find the kids. Bingo!
I will Wartay.
The handyman has arrived.
Uh-oh.
He may be useful in revealing the body.
That sound means I have too many powers open. So we should bench that guy. We'll bench Ghastly for now. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that there are no, for example, I can't speed up the game process. It's not like The Sims where you can speed up the game. This, unfortunately, you just can't. You just have to wait it out.
I just find run attack. When the spinning down. We'll work take.
Bill Ratzenberger. Alright, so, handyman here, Bill Ratzenberger, by the way,
I just find run attack.
has found the bones.
It feels good to stretch the old ectoplasm. And now I'm gonna do more than just shock these jokers.
There we go. So now I've got a new ghost. Now, the sad part is, it's really hard to get all 3 ghosts into the...
The mortals have discovered a skeleton. Now it must be shown to the police.
It's really hard to get all 3 of the ghosts here. Mainly due to the fact that it just is hard.
Start rolling it down.
Sergeant
down.
Let's see.
I'm just rolling down. Trust his back.
We'll work take. When the spinning down.
Hat under hard.
It is under take.
Let's see.
There's a lit to Mac.
It's a nice take. It's an auto down.
Hat under hard. There's a lit to Mac.
It's a nice take.
Hat turtle hard. Rust door Mac.
If I roll it down.
Rust
It's an auto down.
The music in the background is... Okay.
The police have arrived. Let them conduct their
Alright, she's got their
investigation.
busty. Ooh. I am running out of abilities. Bye.
It's the damn wall.
Aha!
If I'm rolling it down,
I'll get run to
Maybe
you
this
then.
guy will come over.
How's a toggle down?
It's a nice day.
And... he's gonna look in, see the body. Or well, the ghost will show him. It's like, here, look, here's my body.
I'm just rolling down. Get on.
Ken.
The mortal law enforcers have located a corpse.
Yes, they have.
The police will report this body, but it will take the discovery of a second corpse to initiate a full
Megan Russo,
investigation.
Norman Franz, Steve Hutz, Diane Hutz, Bobby Hutz, Carol Ann Hutz, Greg Hutz, Marcia Hutz, Grandpa and Grandma Hutz. The Lutz family, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. So unfortunately, she is a very hard one to get because you have to get, and you have to get a woman up here. When I say woman, I mean female of any age to investigate that room, and that's very, very hard to do. You have to. It's not impossible. It's just very, very hard. Uh-oh. I have to bench this guy here. As you can see, your ectoplasm drains if you don't cause enough terror. But the whole purpose of this one scenario, for example, is not to cause terror, but to rather incite.
They have found a
exactly.
second corpse. Show it to the police, and victory shall be
That's
yours.
it. That's all you have to do in this one. So, as compared to the last one, where you had to show them you had to scare all the sorority girls like crazy. This you only had to find. He's finding the other one, but it's got to be a lady of the house to use it. Alright. Come on, guys.
Congratulations! Your haunting goals are complete.
She is rather busting. Alright. So there you have it. That is GhostMaster. It is on Steam for $4.99, so for $5 US. I don't know what it is for EU and UK, but it's rather cheap over here in the US. I recommend it. It's not a bad game. It's not hard at all. And as you can see, it's kind of cool, kind of fun. It's an old game, but I do recommend it. So until next time, guys, I will see you around.